I'm going to take a look at their hand. Right, we get a selected discard here. Boom! They do not like that. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ghouls and goblins. I appreciate your time and attention here with me today. Show your support by liking the video and subscribing if you haven't already done so. We're going to be giving away a complete rare playset of the up-and-coming expansion Into the Forgotten Realms, the Dungeons and Dragons themed set. I hope you're excited. I know I definitely am. In today's video, we'll be playing Brawl. I reached Mythic rank number 40 this morning. Have a little bit of a headache. I'm blaming my allergies. You know, pollen, you literally see it blowing off the trees, just like clouds of dust. It's quite frightening for someone like myself. And, you know, we're going to be playing Brawl within the video. Mono black, Tergrid, God of Fright. Bringing it down, talking about you know, some of the new cards in the deck, and then of course showcasing our gameplay footage and wrapping up with our final thoughts and deck review. Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Check out the Linktree link if you're looking for any additional information, whether it be on the contests and giveaways, the tournaments, the you know, music I'm listening to day to day, the community Discord. Everything is in the Linktree link description below, or give it a Google to easily find it. Let's talk about this mono black Princess of Darkness Tergrid God of Fright Brawl deck. Alright, so Brawl consists of 60 unique cards, so that's a lot of reading to do. I'm not going to break down the deck in its entirety. I'll showcase the new cards that I've included in the deck, and then we'll talk about the general strategies and synergies. New cards? I do not even know to pull them out of here. We have a Callous Bloodmage, a 3-drop, 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. Either create a pest, you draw a card, lose 1 life, or you can exile a player's graveyard. So the utility within this card is very, very good, right? You know, at the very least, it's a creature that replaces itself with a draw. It can be 2 creatures, and you have graveyard control on ETB, which that is so good. Moving away from here, Umbral Juke for 3 mana, instant speed, choose one. Target player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Really nice removal that synergizes with the God of Fright just so well. Or you can create a 2/1 flyer token, which is, it's fine, right? It puts a little bit of pressure on your opponents. I see a Professor Onyx in here as well. 6 mana, 5 loyalty when she enters. A static Magecraft ability. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. We have a +1 ability to lose 1 life. Look at the top 3 cards of our library, put 1 of them into our hand, the rest in the graveyard. -3, each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures that player controls, which is great. Again, synergizing with the God of Fright. And -8, each opponent may discard a card. If they don't, they lose 3 life. Repeat this process 6 more times. Massive synergy with the God of Fright, right? So that's really cool if you can get that to pop off. I believe that is all that we have. Oh no, we have one other thing. Go Blank is our new card here as well. For 3 mana sorcery, target player discards 2 cards, then exile all cards from that player's graveyard, right? So again, the discard synergizes with the deck very, very well. Plus we have graveyard control as well now, which is also incredibly powerful. So that's all we have in the deck that's new. Of course, if you're unfamiliar with the God of Fright, I probably should have started there, but I'm so excited. These Strixhaven cards are great. For 5 mana, 4 power, 5 toughness with menace, whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from the graveyard into the battlefield under your control. And this is really good, right? That's why the whole deck has discard and sacrifice effects you know, built within it. It's very nice while overlapping with control. Obviously, we have control aspects in the deck. A lot of course, the sacrifice effects, but we still have things, you know, like Bloodchief's Thirst, like Heartless Act. You get what I mean. Poison the Cup is another one. Murderous Rider. The Swift End, of course, is you know, non-sacrifice based removal. We've got field wipes like Extinction Event, Shadow's Verdict, for again non-sacrifice removal, and even Baleful Mastery is a new card that I didn't talk about. For 4 mana, exile target creature or planeswalker. You can pay 2 instead of 4, but then your opponent gets to draw a card. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that is all of the new cards that we have in this deck. I'm really liking this version, and I think that it did get enough new cards to justify revisiting it. You know, Professor Onyx in itself really just flips this deck on its head if you can kind of get to that mana point, right? Which is a lot of fun. So thank you guys all for your time and attention. You know, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to help support the channel. We'll bust into today's gameplay footage. I think we've got 3 or 4 really cool matches for you guys today, which is nice. And then of course we'll come back with my final thoughts and deck review, and we'll be back soon with some more Mythic gameplay. I hit 40 just a little bit ago, and we've already slipped down to 57, which is crazy. So enjoy the gameplay footage, and we'll be right back. Going first, our hand doesn't look bad. 3 land is going to be acceptable, right? We can handle it. Let's just see what we're dealing with right out of the gate, because it's going to be a while before we hit 5 mana. Interesting. So I think Frogify is really good because, you know, that can basically nuke a commander. Third land in. At instant speed, we might want to rip that. Just because they're holding up negate here. So it's an easy counter for them. There's nothing going on for us. We can pull the counter magic here with Umbral Juke. Alright, and this is actually decent chip damage, right? They could send in the Skydiver at any point. We have removal for it. Let's foretell, and then we can get the Scry. They bounce our token. Royal is dealt with. Oh, Simulacrum is a hot pull. I really like that. Grabbing a basic land into play. And I don't really want to kill it because they get the draw. Let's go for it. Just taking the Scry. That's what's important. I think both of those things are important to us. You know, that Faceless Haven, there's only 1 copy of that in our deck, right? So we don't mind that. So, from what we know, we are free to play our commander. Tergrid, God of Fright, enters the battlefield. Now we basically just pray that they lose their counter magic here. Let's use Faceless Haven, and then we have Heartless Act. If they spend their mana, we can Sorcery Speed, go blank, end step. So they can counter here. They can also kill the Haven. And they're going to pick which cards they discard. So it's going to be these 2 instances, and we're not going to get to cast anything. So I say, you know, let's just take out the Great Shark, and then we're still hitting for 8. Good damage. But now, you know, we need that negate gone. I guess we just pull it from their hand. That Skydiver is in. I don't mind that. They still have counter magic up. We can't really target it. We can target them. And maybe we just keep putting in the damage. I think that's probably a respectable decision. And then if they spend this last 2 mana... No. Let's just pull the counterspell. Negates out of their hand. Because they're not going to have things to discard for very long anyways, so we may as well, you know, make use of what we have. What is foretold? What is that? It's an Alrund's Epiphany. Cool, 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 cool. A decent amount, So the sacrifice here is great, but they're tokens, so they don't really come back to our side. I'm going to swing in and maybe kill their Crawling Barrens. Or both birds, that's fine. Is there counter magic? They didn't bring their Crawling Barrens out. So, you know, we didn't get the attack with the Faceless Haven. And they did have more counter magic. Alright. Let's end it here. No. No. We'll go into our hand, right? Just so we can only pay 5. Wouldn't want to be casting it for an increased cost. 3/3 that needs to have something of itself targeted. And they have protection on it, right? Let's just go for it. They have a Faceless Haven now as well. Little awkward. Keep safe is annoying, but the Mind Rot and the Shadow actually don't target anything. Neither does Liberation. Unfortunately, we can't get their creature back. So let's just pull out a counterspell if they have it again. Which would be unlikely because we're playing Brawl. Like, these spells are one-ups. Okay, 2 instances gone. We can attack and try to pull that other land out. They don't go for it. We get the swing. Let's end our turn. This is a really good matchup, actually. When a spell or ability an opponent causes you to discard this card, create a token that's a copy of that card. Oh my gosh. So this is really bad for us. We do have Faceless Haven, though, on the return. So we get to kill Ugin. It's not that bad. I'll allow it. Let's throw a creature out there as well, right? Scavenger can enter play. And that's a 6/3 that needs to be removed. They're down to 7, so basically lethal here. Never mind. We're still in a very special place, though. I mean, we could just force the sack hit for 4. Now, let's use our commander, right? This is a brawl match. It's a land, we're safe. We are safe. Faceless Haven. I want to kill the Haven, not Orvarv. And if we can grab that Faceless Haven for ourselves... Mwah. Nope, they don't go for it. Okay. It's smart, right? Because they get to replay that. We can't take it from their graveyard because they've already taken it into their own commander pile there. And we trade Haven on Haven. That's alright. Maya's in studio and we end our turn. I'm gonna have to do some re-angling of the cameras there. It's a little haggard. Can't even see her. Poor girl. She's gonna be filing a complaint with me. You owe me airtime, Dad. I didn't get to be on my show today. Our first match here, I think, has paid off. There's a couple new additions to the deck. Not a ton. That is interesting. Good game. Good job, Maya. Keep working on it. Going first with nice land, right? 3 land is ideal in the majority of the decks that I play. If you can have 3 land in your opening hand, you're off to the races. This looks like a mirror match, though, so we're going to have to test ourselves. We are definitely going to have to test ourselves. Let's force the discard. Ooh, they had an Elderfang as well. I'm going to toss the land. I'm going to take a look at their hand. Right, we get a selected discard here. Boom! They do not like that. It's odd that they're playing the deck and they can't stand when that happens to them. I like that. Just hold up a little mirror for them. You see what you look like? Okay, going first. And we're playing against Velomachus. 2 land in hand. Ooh, a little scary. But we have Professor Onyx, so I gotta try to go for it. Can we just play that now, please? Hello. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Take out their wrap. Well, they don't have a lot of creatures, so I don't think we need the 2 of them. I'd rather the Scry. The sad thing is, though, when we target the dog... Okay, so yeah, let's use the shadow and not target it. Also... The Lantern does that same thing for us. Not the Lantern, but the Shadow. That's our turn. We really want to find that fourth land, if possible. I'm surprised they didn't play a Plains. They must really want Luca instead. I never thought of this. They want Luca instead of Mila. So they have a draw here. They also have 5 in hand still. Seems to be a hard decision for them, which means our go blank should be even nicer. The red mastery card, Fervent Mastery. Nice. Don't mind me. We get the fourth land. Hallelujah. Another set of discards. Plus we exile the graveyard, which I think is irrelevant. I don't think it matters much. Mila gone. Nice. And the field wipe. Shatter the Sky gone. They're still drawing through the tome. Really nice as well. Okay, there's their 5th land. We have to keep mana up for 7. We missed the land, so just play the Lantern, right? Because we're going to have to hold up our mana next turn. They're at 6. They can lose 3 life all day. Alright, they're at 29. We have the land to remove Valley. They're going to get the counter on Tome for the draw, which is really good, right? We have 5 mana. So, you know, Soul Shatter can be comboed with Poison the Cup. I think we use Poison the Cup first for the Scry. Oh, land and tapped. We don't have to worry about it this turn. So we can Lantern twice. Never mind, then. Okay. That's a pretty good play if they're not playing Valley, let's be honest. So 3 damage here. They could sack Elspeth, because it's already, like, you know, the important part's gone. But still, let's try our best. And we could avoid the tax that way. Oh, they just take the damage. So I'm a little upset because Valley's going to come out. We're going to have to exile it so it can't come back with Elspeth. Roger? Roger. Pass our turn. Oh, son of a bee. Okay, we're gonna have to just poison the cup. I forgot about that. And then we'll exile it another turn. Right? Or we could just give them the draw and cast for 2. It's fine. Let's just pretend this is a scry and a bounce effect, right? Agonizing Remorse isn't bad. And this turn, you know, we're just gonna pass again, right? And then the spare mana that they have will suck. They could hit us with a Haven, I guess. Or we force a double discard. Let's pass the turn. We know Valley's coming back, so... I want to use Mastery, just because it's not a sacrifice effect, and I want to be getting those sacrifice and those discards effects to trigger once Tergrid is in play. They could actually play this again if they have the land. Maybe I should have held off. Nice. So that's worse. We're really lucky here. Really, really lucky. They're really lucky too, though. Let's be honest. If they get that 9th land, we're screwed. Nice. So I guess the question is, what do they pull from the top 7? Oh, they don't go for it. They bring everything they need back to their hand. I love it. Oh my gosh, now that is an EDH card if I've ever seen it. Reconstruct History. Frig off, Randy. That's nice. That is so good. Shadow is instant speed.
Address me as Queen of the Dead, please.
Call me crazy. They still have draws through the tome, which is annoying, and Valley can free play, which is also annoying. But we get rid of that Ugin, we get rid of that Kazal's Fury, and we get rid of ECD. We're still going to get hit with an Outlaw and a Haven. The Haven will make a treasure. I guess we toss our Mauling. Okay. Problem kind of dealt with, but not really. Belly still hits this turn, right? We've been staring down that barrel for a while. Liliana, dead. shoot. We really need them to whiff on this pull of looking at the top 7. They can cast an instant or sorcery with mana value less than or equal to its power, which is now 6 because of the banner, right? That's pretty cool. So we can not -3, which is sad. We can plus again, right? We got another discard. And hopefully this whiffs. Oh, rip apart. Yeah, so Lily's dead. Could have been worse. We're at 16.
I'll be even more powerful next time.
Got him. Again, I guess we should have waited till the appropriate phase. Because now for 11, they could potentially cast this again, which they have. And that was instant speed. We should have waited. Oops. That's one thing I don't really do a lot, is play Brawl, so I forget about those things as habits. We, pointed out the mistake immediately, though. We're still screwed. Okay. So we have 7 mana. We can finally cast this again. It's too bad we don't have 8 mana. Heck, that'd be a lot cooler. We don't really want to lose all that life, so let's just -3 on it. And we'll probably get hit by it again next turn too, right? They have Faceless Haven to hit us as well.
That's cute. Well, darn. Looks like you flunked out. Mwah.
That Ugin minus earlier just wrecked us. Solemn Simulacrum, that's fine. They still have Faceless Haven available as well to kill Liliana. Not looking forward to that very much. Oh, they just Dragonfire. And then they hit us for 4. Or they just want to draw through the tome. Foretell over. This is looking like a pretty good game. Spit it out, Junior. I mean, it blocks the Faceless Haven. It's so expensive that we can't steal the Simulacrum for ourselves. Sag. In today's video, we did not find our Arcane Signet once. Not one gosh dang time have we seen this card. And that's kind of the fun to Brawl, if you ask me, is the inconsistency of it. Oh. Except if you're our opponent and that consistency is beat down, because they've got that all day. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's great. Good stuff. Really liking that. Oh my gosh. Not happening. That's not it. We didn't get it. It was a great match, though. A little bit of a misplay on my behalf there, but it looked like our opponent just had so much more materials to work with than we did there late game, and I love it. I love Brawl, and expect to see a little bit more of it on the channel, hopefully, especially probably during the weekends. Alrighty. Ugin. Maybe we should include Ugin in this deck, right? Does every Brawl deck need Ugin at this point? Is that like a thing? It's the thing, isn't it? Ugin, Solemn Simulacrum, Mazemind Tome, Arcane Signet. Just always have to have those cards in every Brawl deck, I guess. I wouldn't mind a copy of Ugin in the deck. I know it doesn't synergize with the Sacrifice and Discard, but it's just a powerful card. You see how much work it did against us, right? We were able to mitigate it a little bit, but just the general value that it brings into play with that -X effect is insane. What do you guys think of the deck? Are there any cards that I missed within the build that you'd like to see? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you again for your time and attention. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure to leave your likes if you haven't already. Check out the link tree to help support the channel. And more importantly, have yourselves a magical day. We'll see you soon in the next.